Look at there. Yeah, you can see me kind of well. That'll do. Sweet. Right. I swear, every time I do this stuff, I forget how to do it. So, welcome, lads and lasses, I guess, to another episode of Smacking Steel and Talking Shit. See if we can adjust this camera a little bit, because I've got a couple projects on the go in the shed at the moment. So, right now, there's like a lot going on. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, shed's starting to get a bit full. Right there, that's a dog house I'm building, and I really need to finish it, so I'll probably get around to that at some point today. But no one's watching just yet, so I've got time to set up. Yes, I am wearing sweatpants. It's cold at work at the moment, but perfect. That works. Sweet, I've missed that sound. I really have. Alright. So, what are we doing today? We have. I'll probably end up making a fire poker today as well, because once one of these cylinders is empty, it's past its 10-year date, so I've got to sort of retire it and we're going to turn it into a fire pit. But that's our Tanto blank. So this is more being made for my posterity in the future, so I know what's going on. Poorly cut out with an angle grinder, but we're going to shape that today. Still needs a bit of grinding done to it because it's looking a bit strange, but I've recycled an old, it wasn't a machete, it was like a rusted ass machete looking thing from my old house up in North Queensland. So I'm recycling that. Just need to give it a bit of a clean up, and then we're going to shape that today. And this axe, which I've had for years, used to be sitting in my toolbox at my ute for the purposes of if I had to like use a tool to say knock some cribbing in underneath my car, so that way I can jack it up if I was like broken down somewhere. This is the quality of cheap stuff from Bunnings. You can see that, right? Big ass bend. We're going to fix that today. So first thing we've got to do is burn out this old tired handle, which we can do right now. And then I'll probably make a fire poker as well, because if you don't have more than one project on the go, what are you doing? Your shed should be chaotic, so chuck that in there. Then a good burn, and on top of that, that'll at least get the annealing process started. Because I'd say probably wasn't properly heat treated when it was made in the Chinese factory for Bunnings, but it'll need to be annealed at least because it will be sort of hardened. And from experience, trying to straighten axe heads, if you don't anneal them first, is a pain in the arse. So I haven't done a live stream in well over probably 2 months now because life has just been hectic lately. So many updates, so much shit to talk about. Let's go burn that out first. While it's getting up to temperature, because we need a nice hot forge, it's not hot straight away. And I don't know how much gas I've got left in the cylinder. How's that? I might actually be changing out cylinders. I might be able to start on a fire pit later on this afternoon. This is good. Very good. Alright. There you go, you're starting to smoke up a bit. You should be able to break off. There you go. Well. What's everyone been up to? How was everybody's Labour Day? I know it's still going, but doesn't mean I don't want to hear about it. So yeah. Tell me how your Labour Day was if you're in the chat. So what we're going to do is, obviously it's looking a little bit like a Tanto at the moment. Just need to round that off, bring that out to a bit more of a point, and then we're going to try and put a nice bevel along here with the hammer. Save us a shit ton of grinding work later, because my grinding setup isn't anywhere near as Gucci as it could be. And I really hate sitting there grinding for ages, so. And then yeah, try and tap down a couple other bits, give it a nice flatten. and yeah, move on from there. So, a lot of things. You see all the flames coming out of the forge at the moment? It's not supposed to be like that, it just happens to be, yeah, there's a lot of shit that needs to be burnt out. So, check out what I made earlier. I'm impressed, but that's a big deal. So, I'll show you. Thanks to Speargrass Forge for the idea too, because if we're making a fire poker with this, and we need to heat up one end, I don't want to have to stand there the whole time holding on to the other end. So I can just do this. That's the there. It's not even touching, but it's sitting in the forge. Very good. Alright. But we'll worry about that in a little bit. Not just yet. And yes, before you ask, cotton, and leather. So only wear clothes that will catch fire, not metal. That's good, a good piece of honesty. Yeah, there you go. And this is taking its sweet time to heat up and stuff. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, so if you are just popping by for a little look-see, happy Labor Day. If you're on like Australian time, if you're in America, you still got one more day to wait. Or anywhere else that isn't in our time zone. Everything happens in the future in Australia, so good at it. Yeah. So it's apparently called the blacksmith's boy, that green thing. It's also a good reminder not to get too close to it. But I just got to remember because it does have paint on it. While I'm not using it to put it away. So, yeah, just got to leave that axe head in there to get really, really hot. Burn away all that crap that's inside of it. And that does two faults. They'll get us up to annealing temperature, but it also gets rid of all the crap inside the eye of it, so I don't have to worry about trying to punch that out later with chips. Which is not fun. I don't want to do that. While we're here, once that axe head's annealed a couple of times with straight, we may as well finish off that punch. I don't know if you're watching right now and then you've seen previously some of these videos, you might remember I was working on like a hammer punch. Yeah, I still haven't finished that. I've been flat out. Like a lizard drinking the last 2 months. That's good temperature there. That's good. A good grip on it. Start around the heel. Alright, I need better tongs. Whoops, there you baby. Whoops. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, much better tongs than that. So we've got 2 viewers. Chuck a comment down below. We're supposed to be talking shit right now, so I can't talk shit unless you put stuff in the chat. I'll talk shit, promise. Ask my opinion on stuff, I guess. clean axe eye. I'll sit that on top of the furnace, let it cool down, chuck it in again. Do that 2 or 3 times, and then we'll have a nice clean and annealed axe head. One viewer that's here right now, should I make a fire poker or nah? Just give me a yes or a no. Fire poker or nah? Just tell me, I need to know. I'll be watching. Anyway, for those of you who aren't in Australia, we just had like our election. It was a pretty big deal. I think they're saying it is the biggest win that one of these parties has ever had, and the biggest loss that the other party's ever had. Which, pretty big deal. So the beauty of the steel I'm working with today is it's a nice, robust, strong carbon steel because it came from a really good tool. It was one that I lost in my yard years ago. So it's like good steel. So I know it's going to make a good knife. And the knife isn't for me. I've got knives that I need. Like I've got my kitchen knife and my hunting knife and whatnot. It's for a friend that I promised I'd make ages ago, and it's taken me ages to get around to make. I'm finally doing it. I'm going to finish off the blank today. That way, when I go back to work tomorrow, I can't say I didn't do anything on my days off because I got into the shed and I made, well, I didn't make the Tanto, I just shaped it a bit better. That's starting to look more like a Tanto shape, isn't it? What do you reckon? Probably needs a bit more of like a angled curve on that. But it's coming along. That's the important part. As long as I keep it nice and flat, so it's not going all bendy, wavy, curvy, topsy-turvy. Don't need it to be blasting the whole time. I don't know how hot that is. Still quite hot. So we'll put that in for another anneal, the axe head. Chats, come on, what are you doing? Am I making a fire poker or not? No one's told me to make a fire poker yet. I've got the steel is sitting right there up against the thing. All I need is someone to say yes or no. And I'll make a fire poker. It's like one of those make your own adventure games. Oh my god, I just sound like a movie in that. Make your own adventure. Live your life. Do what makes you happy. This has got to be the most mid-looking Tanto ever made in Australia. Swear to God. Be a funny looking Tanto. Right, I've just realised I've forgotten to top up the quench bucket, so I'll be right back. forward to doing another tap. That's the advantage of having your bloody tap right outside the garden hose. It is, I reckon that will carry a quenching bucket all the way to my tap, because my tap's just outside. Yeah, we're a way sharp angle on that. Just got to keep that shed door down a little bit to keep glare out. Yeah, that's starting to look more like the shape we want. 100%. Check if stuff's cooled down enough. Get your fingers in there. Not cool enough yet. Still steamy. Want to get it to, because it's not going to cool down completely sitting on top of the forge, but want to get it to a temperature where the wood is kind of beating on top and sizzling a little bit. I don't want it instantly steaming like it just is. I reckon there, 5 more minutes should do it. Now I'm doing the tip of this Tanto first because I know that if I don't, it's going to be a lot harder to try and sort it out later when everything's pretty well already done. So, what do you reckon? Anyone knife expert in the chat, tell me, is that a good point for a Tanto? You're looking at it that way. Is that a good point for a Tanto, yes or no? I reckon it's pretty close. Probably couldn't hurt to put a bit more of an angle on it. But I reckon that's pretty good. I don't know. Give it a bit more of a tap. Make sure it's really straight. And then we can move on to punching out the edge on it. But yeah, so the live stream it forces me to go to the forge so I can actually learn how to get better at the stuff. Because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't do it at all. Sometimes you got to trick yourself into doing things, and this is my way of tricking myself. There, that's where we're at. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I reckon. I know there's a button here for like take a picture. I can't remember what it was. The thumbnail for the next one. That's quite good. I like that. You know, I just wasted all the heat that it just got. Once that's all finished up, I'm going to have to heat it back up, and then once the live stream's over, and then take a photo of it, just to go like, oh look. Actually, I'll do that on like its third quench. I like to quench more than once. Because I forgot where I saw it somewhere. They reckon you got to quench more than once if you want it to be a truly good flame. My experience as far as like knife making goes, not very much. Yeah, so it's nearly at the temperature that we can put it back in. It's just starting to do that sizzle thing. That's what we want. We want it to just start to do the sizzle thing. And then we can worry about killing it. I reckon, rule of threes. I like to anneal 3 times for hard steel. I like to quench 3 times for steel. It's going to be doing hard things. But by all means, if you know a better way, feel free to tell me, because that's the beauty of doing this stuff on the internet. And I know you get like experts pop up in the chat, but sometimes you do actually get experts pop up in the chat. And it's good. It's good. It's a very good community. I like it. I find it very helpful. How many people we got? 0. Cool. I was hoping someone would check this out in the chat and tell me if they reckon that looks like a good Tanto. Obviously, there's a bit of grinding that needs to be done. Edges need to be made and whatnot, but that point, especially if there's these historians in the chat, internet again, try and figure that out. Because, yeah, this is not like going to have any sort of pattern or anything in it. This is just some dude in Warwick, Queensland, in his shed, making a knife and hoping it turns out well, and sending it to a friend that probably will like it either way. But I want to make it nice. There's no point making a gift for someone if you're just going to make a lump of crap. Yeah, I like to set something nicer. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I reckon that point could afford to be just a little bit sharper. That's more like it. You're probably looking at it just going, that's not much of a difference at all. I reckon that's better. That looks more like it. Nice straight along the top. Any advice, I'm happy to hear it. Try everything. Try everything. It's probably just going to be tap tap, flip it over, tap tap, flip it over, tap tap, and try and not stuff it up horribly. I'm not going to flatten them out completely, but they're just yeah, we probably want to work on the actual edge of the handle. Objectively cool, but it's relatively cool. Alright, this will be just about go back. I take it back, it's not. You know what? It's hot enough to set this wood on fire. It is not. So, maybe that should be our new benchmark. If it's hot enough to set the wood on fire, we can worry about it then. If it's not, we don't worry about it. Chucking you back in. make sure this stays really straight. Because I haven't started to get all of my input yet. So I'm going to take a chance to that as long as I can. I don't know, I feel like this is hindering more than helping trying to do that. What we can do, if I can remember where I put the tool, I'm going to have to go find it now. I want to try this and a file, and hopefully we'll try it and see. We'll try. And we just connect it again. It's going to be a lot less pain in the ass to just hit it with a grinder. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we'll consider that project done. And now, because I mucked it up, I straightened it. So, yay. Healing triggered on the accent. Quite hot. Good space heater if you're real keen. That whole stuff. Like I was saying before, because the end have a wall, it gets still a nice flat surface. So it's straight there. All along the lane, just give it a light tap constantly. So light tap. Probably because of all the microscopic iron shavings in the atmosphere. We're just going to make a fire poker anyway, don't really worry about it. I'm going to need one. Oh, where have we got one? Yes, so let's got to remember what's in the set. So when you make a fire poker set, you've got the stabby, hooky one. What's the other one I need? The stabby, hooky one.